Okay, we're live now.
Alright, Shalom Akim. All praise and glory to
Yahweh, Hashem, Rakah, Kodash.
Double honor to the apostles, great millstone, honor and salutation to you brothers who want to work in truth and sincerity. And this is just a quick lesson about faith and patience, and the brother go ahead and start.
Faith and patience, brothers, is a gift.
Right. Hey, it really is, man.
Right. You know, and it's necessary because this is our preservative. This is how we are preserved on this side and the next. It's through faith. You know, we can't even, you know, it's like on this side, see, men pride themselves inside of their members, right? Because they can please men and women and their money, right? But in this faith, we understand that through faith and through patience, we please the Most High. No matter how big and how strong you are, you can't please the Most High unless you got faith.
Right.
As a matter of fact, you know, if I can start out, this is Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for. I mean, our show of faith is, you know, pretty much the evidence of us doing these works. That's our substance of faith. It's the works that we do and minister in this truth and our belief in our faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's the substance of things hoped for, in hopes that we will hopefully receive salvation, that we may be of that hopeful elect. You know, for it says the evidence of things not seen. So to those who keep on in the faith, through faith, I mean, and pushing His word, you know, it may become evidence that they may be of the hopeful elect. You know, that's one example of having faith, as far as the substance of things hoped for. You know, for by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. All right.
The things that are seen. Can you read that one more time?
Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
Right. They were manifest.
And that's what plays a role in everything around you. The Most High created the heavens and the earth, the angels, including the wicked angels as well, and they all have a hand and part of things that play out in the earth. You know, everything is manifested from the spirit world to the physical world. You know,
and it said the things around you are not made of things that are seen.
it says so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
Right, because you have, you know, the things that appear now. We have mountains. So you see mountains are made out of rocks. What are rocks made out of? You know what I'm saying? You can't comprehend atoms and molecular structures and where they come from and their origin. We can tell you possibly what they're made out of. You know, carbon is all things. You know what I'm saying? But in the end, all these things are created out of a simple building block that Yahweh Shai used to make everything in the universe, including us.
This is James chapter 1 verse 3. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. And then going to Romans 5 and 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope. And hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of the Most High is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Spirit, which is given unto us. So, you know, basically the trying of our faith works our patience, man, which is our continuation, our waiting, man. That's what being patient is, man. It's waiting. That's all it is. Wait. You know, wait continually. Wait with hope. That's what we're supposed to do.
And patience is also suffering.
Good. Well, actually, endurance is the suffering.
Right.
Yep. Endurance is the
right.
suffering.
And they tell you to endure.
Yep. Endure patiently.
Right.
Suffer patiently.
Right.
We weren't brought here on the love boat, man. We were brought here to serve slavery. When you read Micah, what is it, 7 and 9, man, it said, I will bear the iniquity, I will bear the iniquity of the Most High until he plead my cause, man. So, yeah, we supposed to be patiently enduring this faith, man, until the Lord plead our cause, until the Lord justifies us, man, brings us out of this hell that we're in.
This is James chapter 5, verse 8. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, which in the Hebrew word is mind, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh.
Right.
Eventually, yeah. Let me just start at James 1 and 4. It says, but let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. Alright? So, once you, learn to have that long suffering, you gotta learn, contentment with that, because pretty much with that patience and having contentment, pretty much you come to allow yourself to just have faith in the Most High, to where you're not in want of anything. You have what you need. The Most High is sustaining your needs.
Got something?
This is long.
Go ahead,
This is Mark chapter 5, verse 24. And Yahushua went with him, and much people followed him and thronged him. And a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years, and had suffered many things of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing better, but rather grew worse. When she had heard that Yahushua came in the press behind and touched his garment, for she said, if I may touch but his clothes, I may be whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in the body that she was healed of that plague. And Yahushua, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the press and said, who touched my clothes? And his disciples said unto him, thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and saidst thou, who touched me? And he looked around, and he looked round about to see her that had done this thing. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him, and told him all the truth. And he said unto her, daughter, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace and be whole in thy plague.
That's a lot of blood too. It's a pound. I found that means she was bleeding
She was
continuously, continuous menstrual. I'm sorry, man.
Oh no, you understand?
Oh, yeah. She had faith and she touched the garment of the Most High, and that stopped that bleeding. That's the faith is one of the only ways that we can be healed in this place. True.
As a matter of fact, let me start at James 1 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
Right.
And that's when you really gotta show patience, to the Most High, and stay steadfast in the faith is when you're being tried. Because when you're being tried, that's the real test to see if you're gonna maintain your integrity and to see if you still going to remain steadfast, which means to be firm. On sticking, with this truth and not going to the right or to the left.
Micah 7 and 9.
But I mean, it's easy, as far as like if everything's going your way, or if things you seem to be getting everything that you want or whatnot. Where's the trial of your faith then if everything seems to be going just smooth all the time? That's why the Most High, just like he strengthened Job's character, by trying his faith through trials and tribulations, through loss and sufferings, and even illness.
It is Micah 7 and 9. I will bear the indignation condemnation of Yahweh, because I have sinned against him until he pleads my cause. Right, so we waiting on him to plead our cause. We have the faith that, Yahweh is going to send Yahweh Shai to plead our cause. And execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. And we bring those forward to the light with this truth, this knowledge. And having faith in the light, you got to have faith that the light is going to come when it's dark. Pitch black and you can't see shit, and everybody else is standing in the dark with you. And you just like, man, I can feel it. It's like I ain't had dreams. I can see this light coming, man. I can feel it, light on the skin. Motherfucker, you in the dark just like us. But see, we can perceive through the Spirit that these things are true. And through faith, we believe on the substance of the things that are hoped for and not seen. We can't readily see the light, but this knowledge that we receive and is filling us with it. So one day when they behold the hopeful elect, they're going to perceive the light that's within them, physically. But they're not going to be able to see it until shit starts going down. I'm looking for that scripture. You know what I'm talking about. We were just talking about remembering pretty much in poverty, in the day of mirth. You remember? So while we're getting that, I just want to bring this out of songs as well. You got anything much fun?
Did you find it yet? Alright, this is Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6. It says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Right.
So, without even having faith, which is the substance of things hoped for, pretty much like you can't please the Most High because you're in doubt constantly as to whether if you're doing the right thing or if you're going the right way. But if you actually got faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua as far as doing these works, rehearsing the righteous acts, then pretty much you living a life that's pleasing unto him, and he's gonna reward you for that because you're striving and diligently seeking every day.
Right to it too.
And being in constant meditation,
18 and 29,
25.
This is going back to what the brother was saying. So far, you can't see it in these times that we're in now. Not till you are tried, that a lot of people will recognize what's what. And your trial, which a lot of people's trial hasn't come yet. What is that? Ecclesiastes 7th chapter. Works not executed, but judgment is not executed speedily. Since you're not being tried right now, you figure yourself to be in good condition. And going through stuff, being tried constantly is what strengthens us physically, spiritually, and mentally, so we can handle shit that comes later on. You know what I'm saying? It says, Sirach 18:25. When thou hast enough, remember the time of hunger. And when thou art rich, think upon poverty and need. So, when you're already going through shit, you gotta have a certain mind frame about how you handle it. Because of knowledge and wisdom and stability of our times. We gotta figure every situation we're going through is in preparation for that, so you will be able to display those abilities, those spiritual traits, because you don't have to have a strong spirit to prepare you for the times to come. I don't care how fit and in shape you are, when you're starving and you're hungry and shit is going down around you, and you don't know what to expect next. What before you would just call the police and shit. You can't call the police anymore. You got a gun. These niggas got guns. They got better guns than you. Alright, I still gotta see that new purge.
And I also want to say this, man. That's also a humbling scripture. You know, when you rich, think upon poverty, man. When you're eating, think upon hunger, man. Why? Because it keeps you at a certain mind state, man. Because when you have something, it makes your heart grow fat. In other words, you get proud, man. So it says when you rich, think upon poverty. Think of when you was poor and shit, man. Think upon the other people that's poor. Think upon that. That'll help you think upon your brothers, man. Because when you got some, you'll be more quick to give it away, you know. And I'm not talking about giving your money and with all that other bullshit away to others and shit. I'm just talking about you think about helping and shit, rather than you got all this substance and shit. And you determined to just be selfish with it and shit. Basically, everything that you have is really for uplifting yourself in the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord gives us certain things for. You know.
This is Surah 18-30. Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites.
Go not after thy lust. You know. When you have more substance, it makes you proud. It makes you want to go after your lust. That's why the scriptures say, give me neither riches nor poverty. Because if
you got
rich,
time to really languish and think about shit.
Right. You rich, you ain't going to be thinking about the Lord no more. You're going to be thinking about spending that money on these worldly things, man.
Everything that you ever wanted.
Right. And if you too poor, you don't got nothing, you're going to take the name of the Lord in vain. Why? Because you're going to be stealing. And doing other wicked shit, you know, just to get by.
Selling drugs.
Yeah, kind of like that parable where Yahushua was talking about the guy who had stored up, enough food for his barn, and then the Most High said, "Your life is required."
Your life is required
because he put his faith in his stores of goods, not faith in the Lord. You know,
exactly.
he made his abundance, his trust.
Right.
Rather than trusting in the Lord, and that's basically a lack of faith right there.
Right. And these times that we coming in, because that's beautiful, because these times we coming in, that's what Esau is doing at this very moment for us. Storing up goods. And storing up a whole lot of goods. All these bug out Edomites and all these, doomsday prepper Edomites.
They don't even realize they're not even going to be able to make it to those things.
No, they storing that up for the men of the Lord, man.
Yeah. They got all that shit saved up, and they're not even gonna be able to make it to you.
All right, because they think that. How do they even know that they're gonna be at the place where they got all those goods stored when all this shit goes down?
Exactly.
They're gonna die on the route to get to it. They're gonna be driving all crazy to get to it. Yeah. Accident, car accident, getting reckless, niggas catch you slipping. I'm just gotta get back over here. Boom, car hit T-bone your ass.
I mean, that goes back to the day of Yahushua shall come as a thief in the night.
Right.
That's why we getting ourselves mentally and spiritually prepared for the times to come right now.
Right, because you cannot prepare for this carnal.
I don't care how many One Punch Man push-ups you do.
Right. You ain't gonna become One Punch Man.
one punch, either way.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what you do. That's not gonna help you withstand these times to come.
You mind if I bring that precept out real quick? This is 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Alright?
Right.
The thief is not going to tell you, when he's about to break and enter into your home and steal all your goods. You know,
Right.
he could be plotting, waiting till you pull out the driveway and go to work, or he could be plotting with a couple of weapons on his arsenal to plan to get in there while you asleep, and you decide to wake up and come after him. He gonna plug your ass and take whatever you need.
Right. That's why the Lord says, store your treasures in heaven, man. You know, you keep doing these works, man. That's where your treasure is gonna be, man. You know, and the Lord is gonna save you if you patiently wait for it in that day. You know, because a lot of people, well, we already know a whole lot of Israelites already lost patience. They could no longer endure patience. Just like that one GOCC member, I got tired of waiting on God. But it's like, look, you're gonna wait regardless. No matter what you do, you in this bitch. You know, you gonna be in America, aka Babylon. You gonna be in Babylon regardless. So either you gonna wait patiently or endure patiently, or you just gonna fall out and still be in this bitch, man. You gonna be in this oppression regardless. And the thing that he said, where he said he got tired of waiting on the Heavenly Father, basically, he just didn't have faith in the first place. Because you can't give the Heavenly Father no time limit.
I don't care how diligent you are, how on fire you are, it doesn't regard to your faith. That's not a display of your faith.
No.
How fiery your spirit is.
Yeah,
that doesn't a display of your faith.
Right.
That just shows that you enjoy what you do.
Yep. That's all that is, man.
This is Ecclesiastes 7:1. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. That's always what I used to bring up when someone is always talking about birthdays and shit. Oh, it's my birthday, nigga. I don't care. Oh shit, let me stop. Time freeze. Like Guldo in this bitch. For these motherfuckers, no, those things don't stop because it's your day of birth.
Right.
That's not something to be celebrated.
Nope.
I just killed that right there. Say, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. Right, because you out of this flesh and you in your right mind and spirit. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men.
Right, that house of feasting is the end of all men because they become proud. And pride is what is the end of all men. Like, nah, man, you get that pride in you finish.
Make them blind.
Yeah, it makes them
what's
blind.
actually happening.
It makes them deceive themselves, man.
Being at the bottom, we can see what's happening all the time.
Right.
These motherfuckers at the top is rich and shit. They just looking because they castles up high. They find out about shit before when it's too late. What? Well, everybody
that's why a nigga can't stop eating pork. Man, that pork too good to give up, man. You mean to tell me God said don't eat pork, man? That shit is too good to give up, man.
Yeah, that's
that pride didn't compass them about. I know this Bible, man. I know that Bible.
And the Most High will cook his ass like some pork.
Exactly.
That says, sorrow is better than laughter, for the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better.
Right, because you're more serious when you sad, man. You think upon some shit, man.
Well, yeah, it builds wisdom.
Yeah.
You gotta go through shit to gain wisdom.
Right. When you laughing all the time, you make yourself look like an idiot, man.
Well, I would say with much wisdom comes great sorrow, much sorrow.
Yep.
You know, because when you gain wisdom, you gotta go through shit. See,
Exactly.
knowledge, you can sit down and read and read and read and read. You know what I'm saying? Which is good, but you gain that knowledge. But a lot of the times it hasn't been tested further with wisdom. So people don't believe in shit that they can't readily and tangibly see.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And when you go through shit, you have personal testimonies, so people can't understand why you got so much faith. Each individual, nobody can really understand, because nobody understands truly unless you talk to somebody what each individual has been through. And you be like, oh shit, well, I've been ready to jump, nigga. I'm ready to go on and give up the ghost.
Yep.
And somebody vice versa with their situation. You know, we all built different. So.
Man, you can see these motherfuckers that, especially on the weekends, Friday and Saturday, man. Motherfuckers all laughing, partying, joking, partying and bullshitting basically. You can see how simple they look, man.
Marrying and giving out to men.
Right. They look simple as hell. They all just partying and bullshitting while we got the serious continence. Why? Because things is about to go down. Yeah, we wrong. We happy is about to go down, but we know the seriousness of it, man.
Oh, we still
that
gonna be
faith,
trying.
that faith and patience. You know, we got the faith and patience that the Lord is about to bring this to pass. Then we looking on the news, on different news venues, and we seeing it come to pass. And then you see, you go out on the weekend. You know, you step outside on the weekend, you see everybody is in mirth right now, man. While shit is going down, while World War III is about to go down. We less than 1 hour to midnight, you know what I'm saying? Like we 10 minutes to midnight till that World War III, the next till a nuclear war. But people is partying and bullshit. It don't seem like nobody but the men of the Lord got that serious continence about them now, man. Everybody is on bullshit. And then once shit hit the fan, the only thing that's gonna sustain you is faith and patience.
Not them canned green beans and succotash.
Right.
And canned carrots and peas.
It's faith and patience.
Coins and beans and
rice.
rice.
Mirth and partying and
Right.
bullshit.
Right.
Because all of this shit is about to be destroyed anyway.
Right.
You know, I mean, when martial law is declared and you got a curfew, ain't no going out to the bars trying to pick up some hoes and, trying to, get drunk and full of mirth and have a good time.
Ain't nothing wrong getting drunk. He just not trying to get drunk out in these streets and shit. Gathering abroad and shit, like a silly
like revelry.
Come.
More revelry, yo.
Continuing on, Ecclesiastes 6:4. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Niggas always throwing parties. It's a celebration. Showing out and shit. It says it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. They love this song of fools, hoes, Cardi B, nigga shit, shake ass,
vines and shit. Rather
challenges.
You see the truth being put out at a massive scale. Then you click right past that to some nigga shit.
Right.
That's your heart being filled with mirth.
Right. For as the crackling of thorns under our pride, so is the laughter of the fool. This also is vain.
That's also a very irritating sound. I don't know if you ever got irritated by somebody literally scratching a pot. That shit is an aggravation to your ears. That's an aggravation. That's how, as far as 2/3 of our people that go on in this valley, that's how we feel towards them, because it's like you don't have any idea what's about to get ready to happen, and the great judgments that the Lord is about to get ready to pass, and you niggas still want to think it's a fucking game.
Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Right. So only put to accept all these gifts. You got to question and discernment, the spirit somebody's in when they give you something. Okay? It could be anything. And I say that hospitality speaks before most things in life. How they treat you. Especially with first impressions. Those things tell a lot. And that speaks a lot for a man at times, That's not the whole case, but, it's your standing. You know what I mean? Because it's a lasting thing. Something that sticks with you. It gives you the first image of how a man is, or their response that you get from another person when they hear your name. You can say a person's name in a room and they can light up the room. Or you can say a person's name in a room and they can make motherfuckers like, God damn, this motherfucker, man. As soon as they hear a motherfucker's name, you see everybody commenting, shit. because the shit that's accounted to that name brings that response. Full of bullshit is gonna bring that name. And it's just not like, so it's not something somebody has to try to do, ostracize you. You did that shit and it adds up. People can feel it. You know, deal with that shit. Because you the one that you the one that garnered that upon your name. You gotta wear it, man. Well, you gotta be careful with that shit. It says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
Right, like the beginning of our captivity, slavery. We at the end of it. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning, man. Just like Esau. Esau gonna be saying that all day in slavery, man. He's about to begin his slavery. You know, it's gonna be great for us, you know. But it's gonna be, but it for them, the beginning. Oh no, man. Because you got a long time before it's over, man.
You gotta be reincarnated.
Yep.
A couple times
before it's over, man.
You gotta die in terror. You gotta be born in terror and fear.
Right.
And live in it every waking moment of your life except the Sabbath. And then you gotta die in that fear. And then you gotta be born all over again.
And right into that fear.
And then die in that fear. Live in it every day, eating it. You never have a time of peace. Ever.
For 1,000 years. We only got half the time.
Right.
Yep, we only got 500 years of it. It was terrible.
And you looking forward to getting destroyed. Trust me. In that day, you looking forward to dying. Motherfuckers start resuscitating your ass and shit.
Right.
Oh, no, boy, you ain't gonna have a heart attack yet.
Right. Like, why did you bring me back? You know?
No, I saw the light. Shut the fuck up and get back to work. Bust them in their hand and shit. Take a piece of their back off and shit. Get your ass back to work, boy. Take a cut fat off this nigga's back, man. Shit. They say,
walk it off.
Right. Drink, can you drink water? Drink piss, bitch. Might get this nigga some piss, man. Drink some hot piss, frothy. It says, be not hasty in the spirit to be angry, but anger resteth in the bosom of fools. Like, we ain't out here to get carnal, man. We get riled up, but we don't get angry, man.
He that is slow to anger is wise in spirit, because you go ahead and let yourself go, you change the dynamic of the entire situation now. It's something life-altering or something that could have been prevented is now going to happen because you went ahead and jumped the gun and got pissed off, and you decided to display your might, and now shit is all fucked up now. You know, as opposed to if you had just held some type of restraint and had patience on the Lord in certain situations, and let the Lord deal with it, and let the Lord manifest His power in certain situations, then He'll see your way through that.
It says, say not thou what is the cause of the former day, or what is the cause of the former days, or better than these. What are y'all talking about? The point of the former days is better than these? Everybody always thinking they're living at the time of their life at that time. Former days was way better than these days, man. And women was more in order and shit. Motherfuckers was getting put to death for that faggot shit. Look, man, I still got this. So check this out, man. I'm in my house, man. Cause you know that faggot up the block, that light skinned one that's still over there by that dog, that bald-headed nigga on the corner. He got that beard. He got a beard and a goatee. He a little short, light-skinned dude, and he got like a ponytail or something. And this motherfucker walk up and down the block half the time and shit. He must be a rock star or something, right? And so this motherfucker.
What's SpongeBob's sidekick?
It's that Patrick.
I mean, that's what you'll think of because he got his beard dyed pink.
Now, mind
like a little strap with a pink.
I've never
beard.
seen a man with a pink beard. I've seen a lot of fucked up shit. I've never seen a motherfucker with a pink beard. You would have never seen that in the 90s. Like, that nigga would have got ridiculed, he got beat up, he got killed.
Yeah,
you know?
he'd been stomped out.
His whole head would have been smushed. Smushed Parker.
Yeah.
But, you know, the thing was, he was walking up the street the other day, and I was in his house stretching and shit. And I had my front door open, and I heard the motherfucker say, he was walking, I don't know if he got into it with somebody and shit, but he stared there the crackheads. This nigga said, I'd make him suck my dick. My children was upstairs at the time. Like, my children would have been outside, and I'd been outside, I'd have cussed them the fuck out. Don't you ever come across here that faggot ass shit, bro. From where this goddamn street, my little patch of grass end, motherfucker, to where that damn fence begins. Don't you come across here with that faggot shit, man. Across my children, man. I'm liable to jump and pounce on your ass, man. Okay?
Right. That's the wickedness and oppression we have to deal with in this society. Fags walking by you all the fucking time and shit.
Proud as hell.
Yeah, they got
literally just holding
eyes.
hands like it ain't shit. They ain't
like,
got no shame in the world.
Yeah,
like they can't be touched.
Right, and when we cuss them out, it's like we got the problem, man. What's wrong with y'all niggas? Y'all ain't right in the head. That's what we looked at as, man. Like we ain't right in the head, man. But everybody else accept this bullshit, man.
Right. They like, man, these motherfuckers is racist, man. These niggas is homophobic.
Right.
Like,
And
we hate the things that are wicked.
You, man.
That's right. I'm afraid of what I might do if a motherfucker come too close to me.
Right.
And before it's time. That's what I'm afraid of. I got a family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before that day, we bring some clarity.
Mm-hmm.
It says, for wisdom is oh, here you go. Wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there is no profit to them that see the sun. Right. So wisdom is with an inheritance. Our inheritance is the kingdom. So the wisdom that we possess of the scriptures and of going through these different trials is the things that bring us on to perfection spiritually. You know? It says, for wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. So this truth and having patience and applying it in His word, all right, and having faith in Yahweh that He will return, and seeing it through the Spirit is life to us, man. Hopefully it'll be life to us in that day, you know.
Yeah, that's it, man. I think the point that you got brought across, basically have faith in this thing, have faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakako Dash, and patiently wait for our salvation, man. Continually. I mean, this is a race that we just run. You don't know the end, you just keep on going, man. And if you really want to have a good analogy of it, just think of it like this. You in this until you die. You know, either death or salvation. That's what you're waiting for, man. If you have that mind state, you'll be straight, man.
I got one more scripture. This is Sirach 15 and 13. Yahweh hateth all abomination, and they that fear Yahweh love it not.
Right, so we gonna hate what the Heavenly Father hates, man. We hate what Yahweh Shai hates, man. Right. So, you know.
Eating pork is abomination.
Right.
We already know being a faggot is abomination.
Right.
A woman usurping authority over man is abomination.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're mad at these abominations.
But we have to suffer these abominations, or rather endure these abominations, faithfully, patiently waiting on the salvation of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. So, with that, I guess. Oh, you got a little more?
He himself made man from the beginning, and left him in the hand of his counsel. If thou wilt to keep the commandments and to perform acceptable faithfulness. So we have to perform in this show, all right? In this movie of his, okay? And we gotta find out what our lines are and what our role is by seeking Him. He has set fire and water before thee. Stretch forth thy hand unto whether thou wilt. Right, so if you want to live, you stretch it over to these waters, man. But if you want to be destroyed in those fires, go ahead and put your hand in that fire. So you knowingly finding out, like, what we doing is bringing out this word so you know what path you're taking. You're not fucked up by it. I know water is cool. It can be cool, and I know fire is obviously hot all the time. You know what I'm saying? It says, before man is life and death, and whether him liketh shall be given him. For the wisdom of the Lord is great, and he is mighty in power, and beholdeth all things. It says, and his eyes are upon them that fear him, and he knoweth every work of man. So when somebody is punished, don't be surprised at it, because the Most High knows everybody's works, even everything that's behind them, every thought that's behind every work. It says, this is the last one. He has commanded no man to do wickedly, neither has he given any man license to sin. And sin is just be not believing that you are Israelite, you know.
Right with the man, sin is a transgression of the law. Most High hasn't given any man license or permission to sin, so you have to strive for that perfection.
He said you in this for life. You don't realize with that inheritance that you have, you in this for life until death do you part. Whether you want to deal with it or not, it's like being born into the mob and shit. Got no choice.
Yeah, this ain't your choice. Shalom. I'll pray in glory to Yahweh.
Hashem Yahusha, Barak, Barak,
Shalom to the apostle of the great millstone. Honors and salutations to you brothers doing the work in truth and sincerity and enduring patiently in this faith. Shalom.